how the interviews are conducted, and what are the most common interview questions. And we also had a detailed video on the top questions which are asked and most relevant answers. And after a lot of discussion, I've got good feedback saying they would like to have some video. They want People wanted some video regarding communication skills, and they would want to know about some tips on how to speak fluently. So today, I would like to discuss about how we can learn, how we can improve our communication skills. Uh, because English is the most commonly spoken language and commonly accepted across the globe. So today we would focus on English and how we can improve our spoken English, our communicative English. Communication is a two-way process. So when you the major aspect of communication is if you're communicating, if you're speaking, the person who's listening needs to understand and comprehend what you're trying to say. If you're a very good orator and you speak in a very high complex words, grammar, pronunciation, and the person opposite to you is not as fluent in English as you are, then the communication can not be as effective as it has to be. Your excellent communication skills can also be a barrier to your communication at times. So, my humble submission: keep your communication simple, keep it very basic. Do not use technical jargons which not everybody understands. So if you're in a forum where it's a level playing field and everybody is of the same capability of English understanding, then it's fine. But if you're at in a common place and you're addressing people who are from various walks of life, various statures, keep your communication, the language, very simple, very basic, so everybody can understand and reciprocate. That way, the communication becomes very effective. So, basic tips for people who are planning to improve their spoken English, they want to speak English fluently, they should concentrate on few things, which are: one is improve your vocabulary, second is pronunciation, third is grammar, fourth one is be conscious. We will cover individual topics in a little detail. We'll keep it very crisp. So, how do you increase your vocabulary? Vocabulary is nothing but you learn new words in every walk of life. You hear some new words from somebody, you hear it on TV, you read it in a paper, in a magazine, in a book, or somebody talks to you, you hear it in the news. So once you pick those words up, the best practice which I've learned: note it down, make a note of it, maintain a book or a register where you jot down some new words which you learn on a daily basis. Try and get the meanings, the closest meanings of these words from the dictionary, and try and learn what is the best way of using these words. After that, try and start using these words in your day to day life, in your communication, in your emails, in your WhatsApp messages, when you're talking to your friends. So by doing this, you will get acquainted to new words. Using new words, there is a recall. So that becomes a part of your vocabulary, the part of your language, of your daily use. That will help you improve your vocabulary. So be mindful of any new words which you come across. Try and know the meaning. Try and use them as often as possible so that you remember and improve your vocabulary. The next aspect is pronunciation. When you read something new, when you hear something new, try and know the best way of pronouncing it. So when it comes to spoken English, it is absolutely important for you to communicate. The more you speak, the more easier it becomes for you, the faster you learn. So when you start speaking English to people, people start speaking back to you. That way, your comfort levels, your fluency, your pronunciation improves, and this also helps in your recall of pronunciation of certain words which you've learned new. So the underlying factor, once you learn, start using it, start communicating in English, that which will help you learn English in a much easier, much faster. The third aspect which we've discussed was grammar. So grammar is essential because if you use your communication in a incorrect grammar, it could completely change the meaning. You might be wanting to communicate something, but you end up communicating something else. So this could be a hindrance or a barrier in communication. So for you to learn grammar, there are various sources, various books, various means to learn written grammar. But my personal choice to improve your grammar is start listening to people who speak in English, try to communicate back to them, and initially you will start making errors, but that's fine. Everybody makes mistakes, but you learn from your mistakes. The more you speak, the more you learn. The more you learn, the more fluent you become. So your grammar improves with regards to spoken English. Since we are talking in relevance to spoken and communicative English. Uh, so grammar is absolutely essential in this aspect. The last point which we've discussed was be conscious. Be conscious about your surroundings. Be conscious about people around you, how they speak, how they conduct themselves, their style, their language, their diction, and everything. So when you're conscious about what's happening around, you try and pick up the language, pick up the new words, pick up the style, pick up the means of communication. That way you'll learn and learn to speak English much faster and much effective and much easily. So the next aspect which we'll discuss in this is how to improve your sentence formation. Because if somebody who's new, they know how to speak in English, but because of various barriers they have, they feel a challenge in forming sentence, because more often or not people try to translate their native language into English and then they speak, and when you start translating, you end up making a mistake because one language is different from another, and the usage of grammar in one language can be different to the other. So to improve your sentence formation, start listening to TV, start listening to English commentaries, start listening to English speakers, try and watch good English movies. That will really help you. Try and watch good English television serials or English news. Try and read English newspapers. Try and read books. Books is a very interesting aspect of improving your English. And the last and the most important aspect is practice. Continue practicing what you've learned. Continue practicing the new words which you've used. Continue practicing the English by communicating with people whom you come across. Try and use English as much as possible with family, with friends, with siblings, with colleagues, school, college, everywhere. And I'm sure if you continue doing all this, very soon you'll be a confident person and you will speak English very fluently, my friends. All the best to all of you in this journey of learning spoken English and looking forward to hear from you. Thank you so much. Have a great day. Bye bye.